So I'm here at the Spyglass and Kettle in Wigmore for a drop-in meeting for anyone that wants to talk to me as the independent candidate for Gillingham and Rainham. My name's Peter Cook. Just on my doorstep this morning, all the leaflets arrived again. Getting overwhelmed with Labour leaflets. Every time I go on Facebook, there's ads, YouTube, everywhere. It's wall-to-wall Labour. Well, I understand why they're doing that, by the way, because the Tories have a 15,000 majority here. But I'm going to sort of take apart the various leaflets. I thought I'd start with Reform UK, because they've sent a leaflet today that's been done properly by the centre, because it's about Nigel and Richard. Whereas I had one the other day by Rawouf, the Reform Party candidate here. I'm sorry, the Reform Party will accuse me of being a racist, but I took Rawouf down in the hustings because he couldn't understand the questions, if they were any more difficult than the cat bit the dog. He had to have some of the questions written down, then he said he couldn't understand them. And I'm sorry, but he has a fairly thick Indian accent. It's quite hard to hear him. I don't understand what he is saying, apart from the fact that he said that Brexit, we could import bricks now or something or other, some gobbledygook, some sort of word salad he came up with. Now, if you're going to say, well, that means you're a racist, no, it isn't. If you're going to be working in forestry on your own all day, it doesn't matter what language you speak, really. You could talk to the trees in Swahili and nobody would care. If you're going to be a hotel receptionist or work in this bar, it's a prerequisite that you're going to be able to understand, customer orders. If you're going to be an MP, you have to be able to understand and then answer difficult questions, not 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. So I'm really sorry, Rawouf. You're not fit for purpose. You are working for a white man who's a racist, and somehow you've managed to swallow the Kool-Aid of Nigel Farage. So that's my first point, really, that the Reform Party need to get their act together. They've been outed today as a racist party again, and Nigel has had to say nothing to do with me, governor. Mine's a pint, as Nigel is prone to do. But it's all garbage, frankly. So I've met several people telling me they're going to vote Reform today in Gillingham High Street and in Rainham, and I asked them why, and they don't know, apart from to stick the finger up to the establishment. The proper way to stick the finger up to the establishment is to vote for my cat, Stan, and Peter Cook, independent candidate. Why would you do that? On the leaflet, their only promise is to stop the boats and stop immigration, zero immigration, which is absolute garbage. We need immigration. Net immigration is not that high. And we have critical skill shortages in care homes, in farming and various other sectors that English people will not do. And setting aside the moral argument of should we bring people here to do these jobs, it's a practical argument that we do, and every country uses immigration to some degree for specific skill sets. And actually the immigrant benefits from that as well as the country. So I think immigration is a good thing for all countries to fill gaps that they have in employment.
Please hang up and try again.
Now, you might say, well, what's your plan for immigration? I've got a detailed plan for immigration, and unlike Reform UK, mine actually is capable of working. You can read the separate video about this at the end of this video, but in broad terms, if we want to kill off the trafficking gangs, we provide safe routes for all. We bring them here, we assess them properly and quickly, just a few days, not 6 months in a hotel. This is what annoys people, the money that's spent. It is indeed a lot of money. We assess them for their skills, we assess them for their motivation, and then we say we need doctors in Northumberland or, farmers, fruit pickers in Norfolk, and you're going to have to go there. Tough shit, this is just the way it is. You come here and you have skills, and we need them in these places. Much as Angela Merkel distributed 1 million asylum seekers and actually made sure they weren't concentrated. The other thing we should do on immigration is to make sure that anyone that comes here is integrated properly. That means learning the language so that people don't say people are talking in the high street about them in a foreign language. And of course it's good for the immigrant because they learn to operate in the predominant language of the nation, and that's good for their ultimate future. If, of course, these people are serial killers, of course they go to prison or they go back to their country or whatever. I'm not suggesting we just let swarms of migrants in, as Nigel suggests, but the vast majority are not serial killers, and therefore we should assimilate them properly. What Britain doesn't have is a proper system for immigration, and I'm proposing one. So please vote for Peter Cook, independent candidate, and leave Nigel to his fantasies. He had fantasies about Brexit. He promised the earth. It wasn't delivered. He's now promising you zero immigration and stopping the boats. The only boat he's going to stop is the one he's sitting in fishing at Dover.